Hello, my name is Angie Evans, and I'm a Russia researcher at the Institute for the Study of War. Russian President Vladimir Putin appears to be conducting an information operation aimed at downplaying the theater-wide operational impacts of the Ukrainian incursion into Kursk Oblast to the Russian public and the international community. Putin recently claimed that the Ukrainian incursion into Kursk Oblast has failed to force Russia to redeploy forces from frontline areas in Ukraine or stop Russian offensive operations in key directions in eastern Ukraine. Putin's claims about the Ukrainian incursion having no operational impacts in Ukraine are false, however. Ukrainian officials have repeatedly stated that the incursion into Kursk Oblast thwarted a planned Russian attack into Sumy Oblast and other areas of northern Ukraine. The Ukrainian incursion has also forced Russia to redeploy forces from throughout the theater, including forces likely intended to join the offensive effort to seize Pokrovsk. Russian forces have continued to advance in Donetsk Oblast in recent weeks, although Russian advances near Pokrovsk have recently slowed, as Russian forces have focused on expanding their salient on the southern flank of Pokrovsk instead of advancing further west towards Pokrovsk itself. Putin likely assesses that he will be able to sell a hypothetical future seizure of Pokrovsk as a significant battlefield victory to his domestic audience, in order to justify his poor handling of the Ukrainian incursion into Russia, particularly as Russian forces begin to counterattack against the Ukrainian salient in Kursk Oblast. The stability of Putin's regime and war effort rests on convincing the Russian people that the Kremlin's delayed and disorganized response to the incursions is an acceptable price to pay for further Russian advances in Donetsk. Russian forces recently began counterattacks against the Ukrainian salient in Kursk Oblast and have retaken roughly 60 square kilometers of territory as of September 13th. As Russian forces begin to counterattack against the Ukrainian salient, we can expect the Kremlin to continue to downplay the incursion and likely attempt to make outsized claims about the success of Russian counterattacks in order to obfuscate the reality of the situation in Kursk to the Kremlin's advantage. Putin may assess that these initial counterattacks, coupled with the seizure of Pokrovsk, will sufficiently placate the Russian people. And there's no reason to doubt that Putin will be successful in convincing the Russian people that this trade-off is justified for the time being. Thanks for listening, and please follow ISW for more updates on Russia's war in Ukraine.